Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. This game is over, as you see right here in the bottom left corner of the screen. The Twins lose 6-2. I just got done streaming. I really enjoyed the stream, guys. I hope you guys did as well if you were there. Other than that, though, make sure to come back tomorrow for the stream. But we're going to talk about this game here. The Twins lost 6-2. It was a tough game. There's a lot that went wrong for the Twins. We're going to talk about it, but a lot that went right for the Nationals. Let's just put it that way. They scored early, and they scored often, at least in the first 3 innings, and that really set the tone for the game. The Twins were out of it by then, and, well, that's why the final score is 6-2. So they had 6 runs on 9 hits. We had 2 runs on 8 hits. It was a very clean game. The later innings of the game got really boring, though. They kind of just dragged out. Not a lot of base runners, but right away, lots of action. Let's start with the top of the first. Of course, let's go to the plays. Top of the first inning. I mean, it was right off the bat that the Nationals got the lead. Adam Eaton doubles with 1 out, and a walk to Rendon puts runners on first and second. Soto singles 1 in. Runner still on first and second, and Zimmerman, he gets a single as well. So it's 2-0 before the Twins even come to bat. Twins get a single to lead off the game with Arraez. He's just so good. But then Nelson Cruz walks, and that's it. We run into some trouble again with guys in base and guys in scoring position. We had a real problem with that tonight. In the 3rd inning, they scored again. This is where things really went wrong for the Twins. I mean, this is where we really broke down. So there were 2 outs. 2 outs, ladies and gentlemen. 2 outs. Perez did not look good in the 1st inning. He looked really good in the 2nd inning when he put up a 0. 3rd inning, he got the first 2 outs, and then he gives up a walk to Soto. How many times have we looked at specifically Perez? I don't know if it's, I mean, it is with every pitcher, but specifically with Perez, he gives up a leadoff walk He gives up a walk, runs score behind him. I mean, he gave up 3 walks tonight. Not his best performance. He really didn't pitch that bad. Again, against Strasburged, who's very good, but really didn't pitch that bad. Gave up a 2-out walk. Howie Kendrick doubles, and on that double, I think it should have been an error. In my personal opinion, I think errors are kind of ridiculous how they're scored anyways, but if an outfielder doesn't touch the ball, basically it's not an error. And Rosario, playing right field tonight, ran back to the wall, got turned around a little bit, reached up the ball, missed his glove, and it's a double for Howie Kendrick. That really sucked. And on the next pitch, or not the next pitch, 2 pitches later, Ryan Zimmerman goes deep. So, of course, that extended the double extended it to a 3-2 game. And if Rosario would have caught that ball, 2-run score, that's it. I mean, not in this inning, but in the 1st inning. And then Ryan Zimmerman's home run makes it 5-0. The game was pretty much over at that point. I mean, because we scored in the bottom of the 3rd. And if it would have been, again, you're playing the what-if game of baseball. You can't do that. But, you know, if there's 2 outs, you get the last guy, get out. You get Soto, you get Kendrick, whatever. It's 2-0. You score the 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a brand new ball game. And how we did that, Luis Arraez singles with 1 out. Of course, he's just so good. And then Polanco hits his 21st home run of the year. We retake the lead in the home run race for now. The Yankees did not play tonight. They play tomorrow in a doubleheader versus the Tigers. It looks like they're probably going to score some more runs via the home run because that's what they do. But right now, we take the lead 277. And it's going to be close to even get to 300 now. We have really slowed down our pace. I mean, besides, well, today we hit 1, of course. Yesterday, Garver hit 1. Then he hit 2 and 1 the day before. That's pretty much it. I mean, well, flip the 2 and the 1. I messed that up. But really, it's been Garver and now Polanco. That's it. No more home runs. We have really slowed it down, and that is why the Yankees have caught up to us. They passed us for a little while yesterday, of course, but it was really a bad offensive game for us. And, of course, pitching didn't help, especially when we're not hitting the ball, getting consecutive hits. There's a whole big story about that I've talked about, but it was really unfortunate. But let's go. They also scored a run in the 9th. It was another home run by Trey Turner. That really sealed the deal because we had chances. And one of the biggest chances before we get into pitching, I think, was it the 7th inning? It was not the 7th inning. Was it the 6th inning? We'll find it here. The 5th and the 6th inning, I thought, I was talking in the stream, right? I thought they were going to get Strasburged out in the 5th inning. I mean, he had 90-something pitches in the 5th inning, and then all of a sudden he gets 1, 2, 3 in the 5th, 1, 2, 3 in the 6th, and he's at 104 pitches. He went from like 90 to 104 in 2 innings. I was like, goodness sakes, That's probably what changed this game entirely, of course, besides the error that Rosario had. And we got the 2 runs back. We couldn't capitalize on it as we just really struggled with our runners. It was really, really bad. So here it is. It was actually in the bottom of the 4th inning. So like I said, we didn't get momentum going. 3 consecutive hits usually does it, right? It usually scores you runs. Well, Lamont Wade walks. He does that a lot. He did strike out twice tonight, but he walked once. Schoop doubles, probably a home run in a lot of other ballparks, off the right field wall. It's 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. Castro, 3-2 count, gets rung up on a fastball, a little bit outside. The pitch before it was a high fastball that probably should have been called a strike, but right there, exactly what I'm saying. When we're not getting consecutive hits, 3 in a row, that's what happens. You get screwed on pitches, you get called out, and you lose your momentum, right? We scored 2 runs, we put up a 0, and then we could have had 2 more, maybe even 3 more runs if a Castro could have got a hold of one, and we did not. Then in the bottom of the 9th inning, just another opportunity to score some runs, at least get us back into the game. Castro singles on the first pitch he sees with 2 outs. Luis Arraez singles, 3 hits tonight for him, and Jorge Polanco grounds out. It's like, again, you get those 3 consecutive hits, you probably win the game. But, well, at least you come back in the game. At this point, it was probably already over. But you know what I'm saying. Other than that, pitching really wasn't that bad. It wasn't great. Bullpen, so good. I mean, the bullpen is absolutely phenomenal. Even, again, tonight, the guys who don't really, they're in this role of getting practice, pitching in games where we're out of it so that our starters, our real relievers like May, Duffy, Romo, Dyson, Rogers, right, when Dyson comes back. Those guys are real relievers that really, they play when the games are close, when we're up. These guys are the guys who play when we're down, but they're still doing well. I mean, Perez, we'll start with him. 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs. Again, I don't think the 3 runs really are his fault in the 3rd inning, but they are because of the way scoring is. 4 strikeouts and 3 walks. The walks are really what hurt him tonight. Of course, that 1 walk that led off the inning, or with 2 outs that hurt Rosario, that sucks, but you got to put it past it. The bullpen did really well after that. Littell, he's on like 22 and 1/3 innings with allowing like 1 run. Then Gratterall, 1 inning, struck out 1. He looked good. I thought Littell would come back out there for the 7th. He did not. I guess you want to get him practice. But Gratterall did well. Romero, he struggled just a little bit. He's got really good stuff, and he got the first 2 outs, but then gave up a couple of hits. I just don't know what to tell you about Romero. He's got really good stuff, like I said, but he can't locate. It's either off the plate or in the dirt or right down the middle, and that's just the game you play. But he's got electric stuff. He's like a Trevor May kind of player, but he's got so much more movement on it, and his slider is disgusting. But he can't seem to locate it. That's what hurts him. He did well tonight. He gave up 2 hits, but no damage. And then Dobnik, he gave up a home run to Turner. I think it doesn't really matter at this point. We were out of it, but that's not the end of the world. Again, you're just trying to get him work. He didn't do bad. I mean, 8 of 11 strikes for Dobnik, 15 for 21 for Romero, 18 for 23 for Gratterall, 10 for 13 for Littell, and Perez, 59 for 90. That was the worst of it all. But again, our bullpen has been solid. They're the guys who have done well over the last couple of games. That's what's going to keep us in games. We just need our starters to do better and give them a chance, right? Of course, when our bats don't come alive and our defense makes a little bit of a mistake, pitching, it struggles and it shows. But when you've got a good bullpen, that's what really helps stay alive. So let's go through the final numbers. Arraez, again, in the leadoff spot. I love him in the leadoff spot. 3 for 5 tonight with a run. Good job. Polanco right behind him, 2 for 5 with his home run, 2 RBIs and a run. He looked good tonight, but then from there on down, it is just a bunch of zeros. Cruz 0 for 2. Well, he did have 2 walks, but 0 for 2 tonight. Rosario 0 for 4. He just looks like he's in a bad place right now. Asadillo 0 for 4. Adrianza 0 for 4. Wade 0 for 3 with a walk. Schoop 1 for 4, and Castro 2 for 4. 8-2. 8-9-1-2. Those are the only guys that got hits tonight, and that's just not going to win you a lot of ball games because you can't get that consistency with the 3 hits, 4 hits in a row, and then you just got a bunch of zeros. It's not going to help you out. So that's all I got for you guys today. Not the cleanest game. We went 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. There you go. That just tells you how bad we were. We left 9 guys on base, but It was a rough game. It was going to be the toughest game of the series, though, with Strasburged pitching. Scherzer's not pitching tomorrow. We have a chance to take the series. And really, when you win 2 games out of 3, that is enough. I mean, Cleveland, they're in a tight race right now with the Angels. It's 4-3. The Angels have a guy in scoring position. It's a close game, but all we can do is control ourselves. We played well, and if we can win 2 out of 3 every time, I think we'll be good. So, toughest game was over. Let's get the win tomorrow. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time for the stream tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.